There are moments when everything looks normal, yet inside you feel something different. A quiet feeling sits in the background of your thoughts, whispering that something within you is shifting. Life is full of distractions, and most people ignore this inner voice. But your soul communicates through subtle emotions, intuition, and quiet reflection. It nudges you toward growth, even when your mind doesn't understand why. There comes a time in life when things that once felt normal start to feel different. The routines you followed every day may suddenly feel empty, and the things that once excited you may no longer bring the same joy. At first, this can be confusing. You might wonder why your feelings are changing when nothing around you seems to have changed. But often, this is one of the first signs that something deeper within you is awakening. When your soul begins to grow, it starts asking for more truth, more meaning, and more alignment with who you truly are. This is why certain environments, conversations, or relationships may begin to feel uncomfortable. It is not always because those things are bad, but because you are slowly becoming someone different. Growth has a quiet way of shifting your perspective. Many people misunderstand this. They think something is wrong with them because they feel disconnected or uncertain. But in reality, this feeling is often the beginning of transformation. Your inner self is gently guiding you to question things you once accepted without thinking. Instead of rushing to escape this feeling, sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is simply observe it. Pay attention to what your emotions are trying to show you. Because very often, when life starts to feel different, it is not a sign that you are lost. It is a sign that your soul is beginning to lead you somewhere new. Your soul rarely communicates loudly. Instead, it sends subtle signals through emotions, intuition, or sudden clarity. You might feel drawn to people, places, or actions without knowing why. Many ignore these signs because change feels uncomfortable, but the whispers persist, gently guiding you toward growth and alignment with your true self. You may notice that certain situations begin to drain your energy, while other simple moments bring you unexpected peace. These emotional signals are not random, they are the language of your inner self. The more you listen, the stronger your connection to your purpose becomes. There was once a young man who lived a very ordinary life. Every day he followed the same routine, waking up early, going to work, returning home, and repeating the same cycle. From the outside, everything looked stable and successful. But inside, he often felt a strange emptiness he could not explain. One evening, exhausted, he decided to take a walk alone. The city was quiet, and the streets were almost empty. As he walked, he noticed something unusual for the first time in a long while: the silence. Without the noise of work, phones, and responsibilities, his mind began to slow down. In that quiet moment, he realized something important. The emptiness he had been feeling was not a problem to escape from. It was a message. A signal that he had been living according to expectations rather than listening to his true desires. That night did not instantly change his life. But it gave him awareness. And sometimes, the moment you truly listen to yourself is the moment your life quietly begins to change direction. Often, we try to understand everything through our mind, logic, reasoning, or planning. But the soul rarely speaks in such a structured way. It communicates through feelings, intuition, and subtle nudges that cannot always be explained. When you begin to listen beyond your thoughts, you may notice sudden clarity or a sense of knowing. You might feel drawn to certain people, places, or actions without understanding why. These are not coincidences. They are the language of your inner self, quietly guiding you toward alignment and growth. The more you ignore these subtle messages, the stronger they become, until you can no longer overlook them. Listening to your soul requires patience, stillness, and trust. And the moment you start trusting it, your life begins to shift in ways you never imagined. Hearing the voice of your soul is one thing. Acting on it is another. It takes courage to step away from comfort, to leave situations, or to make choices that feel uncertain but necessary. Growth is rarely easy, and your inner guidance often leads you down paths that require bravery. Sometimes, it may ask you to let go of people, habits, or environments that no longer serve you. Other times, it may encourage you to pursue dreams you've long ignored. The soul never forces you. It nudges gently, giving you the freedom to choose while showing you the way. Courage doesn't mean you won't feel fear. It means feeling fear and moving forward anyway. When you learn to act on the whispers of your soul, you begin to live a life of authenticity, purpose, and quiet fulfillment. In the midst of life's chaos, stillness can feel uncomfortable. We are used to constant movement, doing, and thinking. But it is in stillness that the soul speaks most clearly. When you pause and observe, subtle truths emerge, patterns, feelings, and desires hidden beneath daily noise. Stillness does not mean inaction. It is an active choice to connect with yourself, to understand your inner voice, and to recognize what truly matters. In these quiet moments, your life starts to realign with your soul's intention. There was a woman who had always followed the life others planned for her. She went to the school she was told to attend, took the job her family expected, and maintained relationships that seemed right. But inside, she constantly felt restless. One evening, exhausted, she decided to take a walk in the nearby park. She found a quiet bench and sat down. For the first time in years, she allowed herself to just be, without expectations or judgment. As she sat in that stillness, memories and feelings began to rise. She realized she had been ignoring the whispers of her soul for years. That night, she made a small choice, one desire she had been too afraid to pursue. It was just a small step, but it changed everything. Slowly, she began to feel alive in ways she had never experienced. After you begin listening to your soul, the next step is trust. Trust that the path you are being guided toward is unfolding exactly as it should. Life may not change all at once, and the answers you seek may not arrive immediately. But each small choice, each moment of awareness, is leading you closer to alignment. Trusting your journey also means embracing uncertainty. Not knowing exactly what will happen can feel uncomfortable, but it is often in that uncertainty that the soul's guidance becomes most clear. Every step you take, no matter how small, matters. Each choice that honors your inner voice strengthens your connection to your true self. Finally, the most important step is action. Once you hear the whispers of your soul, embrace them fully. Make decisions that honor your true self, even if they feel difficult or uncertain. Choose the relationships, habits, and paths that feel authentic to your inner being. Embracing your soul's whisper is not a one-time event, it is a lifelong practice. Every day brings new opportunities to listen, reflect, and follow the guidance within. Your soul is patient, but persistent. It will continue to nudge, guide, and inspire you until you respond. The more you pay attention, the more you realize that the life you have been searching for has been waiting for you all along, quietly, patiently, and gently calling you home to yourself.